Howdy folks, my name's Casey and today I want to talk about these two different types of paddles. So what I really want to cover is the cost between these, the effectiveness of them, and the speed that you can get out of each one of these. This paddle right here is my favorite paddle. I paid just over $100 for it and I have over 1,000 miles with this paddle. I did the Everglades Challenge with it. I did the MR340 with it. This paddle has a lot of use and I'm very confident with this. But on the Everglades Challenge, the MR340, and I'm about to do the Chattajack race, everyone seems to be using the wing paddle. Now, I'm just a poor boy from a poor family, so this type of paddle is perfect for me because it's cheap. These paddles are very expensive. I was able to find this one used for about half the price new, and that's why I was able to pick this one up. So today we're going to go over these two paddles and tell you my thoughts on them and if this is worth the price. So again, with this paddle, it was I think $109 I think I paid for it, and the only modifications I did to it was I put this position indicator on it, and that's just so when I grab the paddle I don't have to look. And I did that because I was paddling through a storm. I didn't have this on there and my blade was 90 degrees from what I wanted, so when I went to brace it was at 90 degrees and I almost rolled my kayak just because I thought I had the paddle right and I didn't. So I put this position indicator on it. No matter how I grab the paddle, if I grab it this way, I know it's wrong. So it's real easy just to, without looking, if it's dark, if I'm tired, I know if I have the paddle held correctly. And in the 1,000+ miles that I've used this paddle, I've had no near misses. It's always been a strong paddle. I can paddle all day with it. It's not too heavy, it's carbon fiber, and it's still relatively cheap price-wise. So this paddle, because I like the position indicator so much, this one I wrapped with some 550 cord, and it's got a single piece running through here. And that way when I grab this paddle, I know if I'm holding it correctly. These wing paddles have like a very specific design to them, scientifically figured out to be super awesome. I don't know all the details to it. So you can see the scoop of this blade, how it's got this ridge. It has a ridge that runs right here to really catch the water. And it's designed to be like the foil, the shape of a wing. Obviously it's called a wing paddle, but so you're getting a lot of scoop, which is gonna throw a lot of force, but you're also getting the pull effect from the wing shape. So this one's labeled as a mid-wing, which means it has the bigger scoop. It's pretty equal to in size to this paddle. So the surface area of the two paddles is relatively similar. So since that's similar, let's see how it does on the water. We'll do speed tests for both of these. We'll do a sprint and then we'll try and do kind of a longer one. And with this new wing paddle, I just got it this week. I have about 19 miles paddled with it, so it's still relatively new. I don't have my form down perfect with this just yet. Hopefully I can get a good comparison with a 1,000-mile paddle versus a 20-mile paddle. The paddle that I have over 1,000 miles with, obviously that's going to feel more comfortable to me than this one that I only have about 20 miles with. So if this one does have a faster speed and ease of use with only 20 miles versus that one which I have over 1,000 miles with, that's going to be pretty significant. So in the miles that I have with this, it does feel lighter. It does feel like I have more power. I just haven't tested it with the GPS yet. So we're about to see together. All right, so here we are. The wind is blowing at almost 10 miles an hour, it says. So luckily it's not too stirred up on top. All right, I'm not sure how well you're gonna be able to see that. May have to adjust later. Okay, good. With the camera in the front, with the camera up front, we can see the paddle stroke pretty well. So we'll go around to the back side of this lake where it's a little bit bigger and play over there. But if you can see the miles per hour, we're going 4.7, 4.8 right there already. This paddle has the grip. I think what we'll do, since we got the good headwind, we'll test the speed going into the wind and then going with it. That way we'll get 4 total speeds to show here. Yeah, I have a natural low stroke. And because I'm so used to this paddle, I don't use the twist rotation as much as I should. So we'll make that adjustment with the other paddle. Wow, the lake's actually up today. It's nice to see. All right, so what I'm going to do is paddle. There's a place, it's kind of like a beach area. Go from the beach to the reeds. I'll paddle from the beach to the lily pads on the far side and then back. And I'll make sure to have a good rest period between both so that everything is as equal as I can make it. The temperature is about 95, it says. All right, yeah, so it's almost a crosswind from this point. We got a little bit blowing from that direction. We'll get a headwind for the start. All right, so this is the beachy area. We'll start from the beach and we'll paddle out to the lily pads on the far side. We'll do it like that. All right. All right, so this will be speed test kind of into the wind, more into the wind than anything else. Let's see what we can get up to. I see a 5.6 on there. 5.5, 5.6. I think this is probably going to be as fast as we can go here. 5.6. All right, a 5.7, but holding around 5.6. All right. So I don't know if you could see on there, we're getting 5.6. Let's let it coast down. There's definitely the breeze coming across. So that was into the wind, 5.6. Now let's turn around. Head back to the beach. All right, now with the wind, see if we can beat 5.7 here. Three, 4, 3.6, 4.1. All right, 5.6, a flash of 5.7, but back to 5.6, 5.7. 5.6, okay. And the amount of effort, I can't sprint this speed for very long, just about the distance that we're doing it in. But 5.6 is about the average on a sprint. So I think what I'll do, I'm gonna do one more run with this paddle. Not as a sprint, but just as a comfortable pace, and see what a comfortable long distance pace is giving me. See what that difference is. All right, so now we're just gonna go nice and easy. Find out what the cruising speed is. All right, this feels, yeah, I like this. We'll just follow this for a little bit, see what it does. And it really appeared that going into the wind or going with the wind was given about the same. So here I'm at 4.8 to 4.9. And this is a pace that I can hold for a long time. 4.8, 4.9 miles an hour. 4.8, 4.9. Yeah, this is comfortable. It's easy. I can really set in my groove. Really 4.6, 4.7. That seems to be a little bit better. All right. So we'll turn. Make sure it's the same, and then we'll switch paddles. So we'll set in the groove here. Just thinking about going all day. Look down, our speed is 4.9. Okay. Yeah, 4.8. So with the wind, about 4.8. So. All right, so that's what the old trusty paddle will do. The $100 paddle. Been with me for 1,000 miles. Now to try the wing paddle. See what the difference is. All right. And that's pretty good, but I need to just pause for a moment here. All right, now sprint. So to get into the groove with that paddle, that takes me a second because I was used to the other motion here. All right, well, we're getting 5.3, 5.4. See if I can get a little more out of it. There's 5.7. 5.9, 5.8, 5.9, 6. All right, hard sprint, 5.9. 5.7, 5.6, 5.8, 5.8. And again, my stroke isn't correct. Like, I could do a lot better here. But I did get a little bit faster. One thing's for certain with this paddle is that when the paddle stroke is done right, it feels really good. All right, so let's sprint back here. All right, 5.8, holding, 5.9, 5.8, 5.8, 5.9. All right, so in a sprint, 5.9, I can hold that 5.8, 5.9, 5.9, 5.8, 5.9. Okay. All right, so sprinting, slightly faster, slightly faster. All right, so now the real test, like sprinting's good and all, yeah, sprinting's good, but I'm real curious on what my comfortable speed is. All right, let's see. So what was it with the other paddle? 4.8, something like that? Let's see, okay. Not looking at the GPS, just getting into a steady groove. All right, this I feel like I could handle. 5.2, 5.3. Oh, okay, that's a difference. 5.2. Got a good steady headwind right now. 5.1. All right, and this is comfortable, guys. 5.2. So that's the difference. The difference really isn't really in the sprint speed. The difference is in the steady. Yeah, I'm gonna groove. I'm holding 5.2. There's 5.3, and this is not hard at all. Yeah, 5.2 on the nose, just stay in there. 5.2, 5.3. That's crazy. Let's try downwind, see what we're getting here. And this boat doesn't have a rudder, so if you see me, it's got a skag, that's it. All right, let's paddle back to the beach and tell you what I think. Yeah, 5.2. Wow. Yeah, my all-day pace right here, it's holding 5.3 with the downwind. Yeah, 5.2. All right. I was coming up here to do the closeout. Look what I found. Some beautyberry, and it's pretty ripe. So I've been wanting to try these. They're supposed to be good. No? Tastes like plant. Yeah, there's a little sweetness to it, but it's not really that good. Apparently you can rub that on yourself, and it's good for like a natural bug spray. It keeps the mosquitoes away. And it's supposed to have a lot of antioxidants. It's good for wounds, like to smear into wounds, make a salve out of it. But the taste, not really that good. So the question was, which paddle's better? A Euro paddle or a wing paddle? Now, I only have, like I said, 20 miles with that wing paddle, but I was able to cruise like at a steady state almost a half a mile an hour faster, which in a race, a half a mile an hour is huge. Like, especially over like the MR340, which is 340 miles, going half a mile an hour faster. I mean, that's hours off your time. And not only is it faster, it's easier. Like, it's easier on the body to paddle. So yeah, I really like it. Is it worth that extreme amount of money? If you're just doing river runs and very recreational, no, I don't think it's worth it. I think the standard Euro paddle, the $100 paddle, is perfectly fine for just about everything. The only time the wing paddle is like where I would say like a good buy is if you're racing. And I'm gonna be doing the Chattajack in October. So that's coming up in just a couple weeks. So I have a couple weeks to train with this paddle, get good at it. I'm tandem, I'm the back of the boat. So hopefully I can produce enough power and we can get a decent time on the Chattajack. So pretty excited about that. Anyway, this is a short video this week. I have a very full schedule. I'm going up to Georgia for a couple days to see my daughter and just a bunch of other little things around the house that I'm taking care of. So my schedule's full. So I just wanted to get this video out. I have paddled a lot this week. I paddled 3 days this week. Haven't filmed any of it except for today. And this was a very short paddle. But next week, I'll be back to my regular schedule. I'll go on a nice trip and take you guys out somewhere that I haven't been yet. And hopefully it's an exciting trip for all of us. So anyway, I'll see y'all next week. Bye.